Does anyone else look at the PlayStation profiles of random people you went to high school with at midnight on a Sunday? Or just me? Well, that was me tonight, and I couldn't help but notice the fact that everyone's top games was Fortnite, Call of Duty, Madden, 2K, Siege, Fall Guys, Rocket League, and it made me mad. Video games are the best form of media. They offer a sense of immersion that no other form of media can really bring you. You are the character. It's your story. And you're using that power to play Fall Guys. Now, the point of this video isn't to call multiplayer games bad or just to rag on them. The point of this video is to convert people. People who only play multiplayer games and then complain about how games just don't hit the same anymore, everything's stale, when's a new game coming out? Play other stuff. And I was one of these people. Between Madden, Fortnite, and MLB The Show, I lost so many years of my gaming potential playing those games. And that's not to say that I didn't enjoy those years at all, but the point is that I enjoy gaming so much more now that I play single-player games for the most part, and I want to convert other people to this side of gaming because it is, in my opinion, the better side of gaming, and there's much more enjoyment here. So I'm going to bring some beginner picks for people who haven't played many single-player games to get them hooked. You remember that Astro thing that was pre-downloaded on your PS5 when you first got it? Well, that's actually a game, and a very good one at that. Astro's Playroom is a PS5 exclusive 3D platformer that's similar to some games that you may have played as a kid, like Mario or Crash Bandicoot or Jak or Spyro. When they were making this game, they had so many cool ideas to use the PS5 controller in unique ways, unlike EA. It's a very short and sweet game. It only takes like 4 or 5 hours to 100% it. And also, the biggest thing is that it's free and you already own it if you have a PS5. I'll also take this time to just announce the fact that this is going to be a very PS5 centered video because most of these goblins live on PS5. Now, if that's not really your style and you're looking for something more mature, I would say go with The Last of Us. The Last of Us is one of the most critically acclaimed games of all time, and one of the most fan-acclaimed games of all time, considered by many to be the best of all time. It has one of the most emotional stories ever told through a game, and also has some really fun gameplay to boot. It goes through the story of Joel and Ellie and the beginning of their relationship forming through a zombie apocalypse, and their bond becoming stronger and stronger throughout the game. And that story is going to be the main focus of the game, and that's not to say that the gameplay is bad. You'll kill zombies, loot supplies, and just generally try to survive as you cross America with just Joel and Ellie. Like every other game that will be mentioned throughout this video, the gameplay is very simple, it's very easy to get into, and there's not really much of a learning curve to it. But if The Last of Us doesn't get you hooked, maybe Until Dawn will. Until Dawn is another PlayStation exclusive, but this time a horror game. The game takes place with a group of teenagers living up in a cabin a year after a tragic event unfolded within the friend group at that same cabin. As the night goes on, the threat becomes more and more apparent as to what it is, and you uncover clues to discover the history of the mountain and why it is the way it is. It's also a game where your choices directly influence the outcome of the story itself. And while I could have put any of those types of games in here because they all kind of do the same thing, I think Until Dawn is the best one of them. And not only that, but it's also the game that broke me out of my shell. After I put my 700th hour into MLB The Show 20 by July, I decided to start branching out a little bit, and the first game I tried was Until Dawn. I had never really been immersed in a story quite like this one at the time. It was absolutely crazy for me, and I cannot recommend this game enough, and it's one of my favorites of all time, even till this day. And I saved the best for last, with Red Dead Redemption 2 being the final game I'd like to recommend here tonight. Red Dead Redemption 2 is the ultimate must-play game. It has some of the best performances in all of gaming, and probably the best story ever told in a game. It's a story that can captivate anyone. Anyone can get engrossed in this story. It's absolutely timeless and universal. And if you're the type of person that I'm trying to convince here, I'm sure you've played GTA before. Who hasn't? This game plays similarly enough to GTA for you to get the gist of it right away, and is better than GTA in like every way possible as well. Replace the buying and selling of cars and all that nonsense for a gripping story unlike any other told in a video game, and some even better graphics, and you have Red Dead Redemption 2. It is the #1 must-play game in my book, and my ultimate recommendation for those of you who have never played a single-player game before. So there you have it, folks. The reason I made this video is because I always hear these people complaining, about how gaming is so stale. When is a new game gonna come out? And it's like, just play some other games. When College Football 25 came out, these people acted like it was their savior when it's really just a Madden reskin. And even then, all these people have 100+ hours on the game already, even though it's just Madden all over again. I was one of these people a couple years ago. I had 1,000 hours on MLB The Show 20, 400 on 21, 600 on 19, and that's not to say that you can't still play these games. I still play every MLB The Show each year, and I enjoy them for what they are. But the thing is, I enjoy other games so much more. My brother and my dad are both perfect examples of these people, and it really upsets me, and I can't get them to play other games, so I'm just taking to YouTube for this. Please, I want to convert someone. Please take my word for it that these games are better.